so.
You're in? Okay.
Talk about this in a civilized manner.
I don't mind.
I don't even know what I did wrong, other than play like
No,
garbage.
you didn't do anything wrong, etc. Devil, what did you say?
And this room.
Okay. Okay. Alright, viewers. I am gonna end the stream. I will pick back up in hopefully 20 to 30 minutes for some comp. But I will let you guys know on Twitter. Thanks for hanging out with the game. I hope you guys have a great night. If I don't see you, if I do, hopefully I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Alright, see you guys.
You should breathe like.
Jesus
Is your name on Twitch Dark Kira as well?
Yes.
I'll give you a follow.
Thank you. You'll be my 131st follower.
Ooh, I have a Twitch Prime sub. Do you have subs yet, or no?
No, not yet. I'm so fucking close to affiliate. I'm at 2.8 of my viewers. And once I have 3, I will have completed all the tasks.
Okay. I'll save my Prime just for you. I love that.
Yeah, before we talk pandemic, yeah, the main thing, it's not bad. He wants to learn and stuff, so I guess like the #1 thing. So if he wants to learn, he's on the team. That's what I told him. I said,
Oh,
yeah.
nice. He
They
seemed
did
like he
okay.
was doing good.
They went 1-2. They went 1 and 2. They were all pretty close, and no one got mad.
We went
good.
3 on 1 and a third.
Huh?
They won 3, we won a third. Because we won 1 map in Nepal.
Okay. So, I'ma just say outright before anybody yells or whatever, let me just say where I'm understanding from what people have told me. So, argument from earlier in today carried into this scrim. People felt that there was passive aggressiveness, there was people ignoring calls, it got to the point where people were questioning whether other people were throwing, and it just built pent-up anger, and most of us stopped talking. There was no shot calls because people felt that they were going to be ignored anyway. It was just a whole big mess of anger and hostility.
Yup.
Yes. I assume. I don't know.
I mean, that's the best way to sum up what... There are more specifics. I mean, if you want to go into specifics with each person and get how everybody was feeling, you can, Dusk, but that's like the summary of what I'm understanding.
Well, personally, I've always disliked the mentality of not shotgunning because people won't listen to you, because you just gotta keep doing it. I don't know, like, I've had issues where I've had to shotgun because that's what I was doing on my last team, and sometimes people wouldn't listen, but, you know, it's not to get disheartened about. You just go into the next fight and say, okay, I might have made this unclear, but this fight we have to do this one objective, and I just simplify it more as much as I can. Which as much of just, okay, we focus this target, you use these cooldowns, save these. Which, you know, that's one issue. Sometimes you can't hear other people. Nobody's ever intentionally not listening to shot calls. Like, I don't think anybody's thick enough that they're just gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to shot calls. It's more of just a miscommunication issue, and I don't get why people have to get so disheartened about it. It's more of just a, okay, we lost this fight because we were confused, but this fight, we could tighten up the calls, we can make it a little bit more simple, and we can focus on more of a precise goal than a broad goal.
But what if we have reason to believe that they are just being like, I'm gonna ignore that call?
I mean,
This has happened twice from the same person.
Yeah,
I don't know who you're talking about, because like I said, this is my
Legend.
first
that's
time
the
playing.
point.
And Legend, just to let you know, when Matt was saying people were listening to calls, it was on you. It was talking about you on last scrim as well. So you push forward and die, so we have to wait for you again.
Okay.
I feel like in a lot of issues, I mean, people can feel like, they're being attacked, or maybe that other people aren't trying to listen to them. But at the end of the day, when you're playing, it's more of just, okay, we have a specific goal, and not always winning the game or winning the 3, set. More of just, okay, we're in this fight right now, what's our objective? Oh, it's killing this person, right? That's got to be more of your mentality than anything, instead of worrying about what's going on in the future, or what's going on earlier, unless it's old tracking.
May I
of course,
talk?
That's what you gotta focus on.
May I talk?
No, you may not.
Okay. So what I am hearing, and to be honest, I feel like everyone's going on Legend for everything and blaming him for a loss or anything.
These things were on
But
Legend. I ain't blaming him on the loss. I'm blaming him on me not calling. By not listening.
I mean, but that doesn't give a right to not call for one person listening. At least 4 of you, or, basically all 5 of you are listening except one. And plus, I don't think Legend did that terribly. I didn't hear him say anything when we went GOATs. He didn't talk at all in the game at all. He didn't talk. I'm being honest. That's what I heard.
Yes, he did. Everybody heard him, including Kira.
What did he
As soon as we
say?
went GOATs at the start, he went, so we're just going to go GOATs and not try anything else.
I mean,
Now that's passive aggressive.
but you're,
Does it really matter at the end of the day?
Straight annoyed that we're
Yes,
going
it
GOATs.
does.
He
was-
won't play GOATs because he hates it, because he's clouded, because he's a fucking DP player, and they hate playing GOATs.
it's
Because they're all upset
Necessary.
that us tanks and supports got a fucking meta.
except he tried and went Zarya. I'm not getting it.
I was annoyed about it.
But he just called out one simple thing. I don't know. This is how I'm feeling. In him going Zarya, right? Which we did. We got rolled. I got picked. He tried to do DPS, which is understandable, But yeah, that's him not listening to a call and he got himself killed, right? But then we all regrouped and we died again and again and again. And due to him...
I mean,
no, I want to go Widow. I
in
want
a-
to go Widow.
No,
in a
okay,
group
wait.
discussion,
But...
That call is weird. Calling McCree there in that situation was really weird. Like, you was
call
explaining.
McCree
I'm
because
coming
then-
from where Legend's thinking.
This was
Like
last time.
Widow's gonna be a lot stronger in that situation than McCree is. Like McCree's actually gonna get smoked. At this point, you guys were at.
We're playing behind the shield. So it's like going
Yeah.
McCree with the Discord off.
But you guys have to realize, you guys saw that the Pharaoh was playing. She was playing really close. Even when you guys were on Ghost, she was playing on your face. Even when you had D.Va. So you can't just say play behind the shield because he has to contest 3 different things if we're going off Zarya. He has to contest the Widow and he has to contest shield. He has to contest Widow, Pharah, and the shield. So if he doesn't do that, then he's gonna get smoked. So Widow's
That
gonna
is
be a lot
true.
easier to do.
with the nature of Rialto, because of how long the second point is with sightlines, you can potentially run a Widow on the bridge, and if the bar is playing aggressive on you, you can kind of bait her out, and then the Widow can do chip damage or just kill her.
The problem is,
But I mean-
and what we're talking about here is him making a side comment, which is not. He didn't say anything towards in the game. He's like, okay, we're running goats. Like, yeah, people hate goats, and we complain about running goats all the time. Remember with Matt and them? I just don't get the reason why we're blaming
but the
Legend
problem
for
with
him
Matt
making a comment.
X, they will actually play it if we really need it. Whereas Legend said it in the Discord, said that he'll only play Ghosts if he gets to play the Zen, which he'll never ever get to play the Zen in Ghosts.
He's still in Zarya, though. That's what I'm not understanding.
Well,
He...
I mean, at the end of the
did
day,
pretty
if you're
damn
making,
well on Zarya, if I have to say so myself.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're making somebody play something they don't want to play and they're not enjoying it, what's the point in playing them in the first place? That's my mentality. Legend
gets
was
tilted
doing
when we
extremely
don't
well on the
play him.
Widow. He was
He gets
doing extremely
annoyed when we
well
don't
on
play him.
DPS. What? Well,
He
then,
gets annoyed when we don't play him.
well, that's what's gonna happen in a meta where it's tanks and supports. I hope he realizes that DPS players are specialized and you can only run them on certain maps. And that's the thing. If you're good at DPS and you're not good at any of the GOATS characters, or the best character you're at in that meta is played better by other people on your team, then maybe it's best you become a specialized player and maybe you only play on specific maps where DPS are really strong. I mean,
I am.
I feel like coming to a solution is way more important than blaming people. I'm not saying that blame is wrong or blame is right or anything, but I'm saying coming to an overall solution is normally the best thing to do. And by making somebody a specialized player when they can't play a specific role is probably a good idea. And if they're not happy with that, then that's they can't play. Simple fact. It's bad. It's hard luck if you can't play well in a GOATS meta, but you can be a specialized player. And if you're mad at being a specialized player, then that's
Can I say something?
that's what you're gonna get. Yes, you may.
I've said this many times before. Desk knows. I don't play when they run goats. Simple as that. I'm the DPS player. Desk can agree with me on that. I've said this, like, first time we ran goats, I said, sub me out.
And I think to an extent, I think we only had 6 for today.
But,
so
no, but the problem is, if we want to run DPS comps, Minton's not a proper DPS player unless he's playing Junker Hanzo. You're not a DPS player unless you're playing McCree, Soldier, or Widow. So we can't do Pharah, we can't do some of the 2 counters, 2 fucking goals.
So then
So we
we
have
either
to
just
run goals. But then we can't,
Yeah.
we can't because you get annoyed about it when there's only 6 of us here, so we can't put anybody else in.
I think
But
I
I
played
still
very well
ran.
as Sombra.
But then
I get
we
annoyed
got
when I
every
still
call in
ran
the
it.
game.
Well, I feel like if it's a situation where you only have 6 players and it's just a scrim and it was an unavoidable issue, then what's the point in arguing about it? And just be like, yeah, I mean, we didn't have the proper team comp. This is not going to be the team comp we run in a CGL game, and for scrims forward, it's not going to be the comp we run. So I don't,
But the problem is right now, if Legend's still playing,
Yeah,
he's the starting
we
DPS
can't
right
just
now.
avoid this problem. Multiple people
He's
have
the
a problem
starting
with it.
DPS because that X has said he's a sub now. So it's Legend and Matt the starting DPS, and we'll never be able to run goats again.
But I ran it.
You're the one who also gets tilted about it every single fucking time.
I'm not mad.
Yes. You was straight up mad straight away as soon as we said goats.
I said it in a joking tone. I said, oh, we just going straight to goats now?
I mean, I don't think his play was negatively affected by his tone. He might have made a joke or something. I didn't hear it because that's just not what I was focusing on, and I don't have chat super loud, so I didn't hear it, and I didn't see him playing considerably worse because of it. At the end of the day, and maybe he was throwing, and I just wasn't paying attention.
I was not.
I don't
throwing.
know, but
I popped off as Widow when I switched.
at the end
That
of the
was the
day,
highlight.
if we're tilted, if you're a shot caller or something, and you're tilted that some people aren't listening, that doesn't stop you from using that job or doing that job, because everybody else still needs a shot caller, even if one person's not going to listen. The 4 other are going to.
And since you guys were toxic,
Yeah, but if we're in the 5
this is all I heard from everybody. I heard everyone's mic like this. Devil, this was how you were sounding to me.
Yeah, because you know me.
Really.
So I'm just
What?
gonna shut up.
What did I
We
do
called for
wrong?
the back. Minton died. We called for the backup. You push in.
I didn't hear you. And I wanted to do it because
How can you not hear everybody telling back up, back up, back up? Me, Rune,
I don't know,
Kira,
were you talking?
everybody was calling it.
Bro, I don't even remember that. It was just
That's
a
one
problem.
team fight.
That's the
Because you're a
problem.
DPS player, so you got tunnel vision.
Okay, that's a bit
Ooh.
much.
No,
I don't
it's
think
true.
that's really worth.
Every DPS player got say. I can go get any DPS player I know, and they'll always say they get tunnel vision when they're playing the game.
I mean,
That
yeah,
is
that
not
happens,
me being
but-
toxic. That is the truth.
Can I say
I know,
something?
Yes,
I do not like this hostility whatsoever, so I'm just gonna leave for now. So if we get this all under control, I'll come back later. But right now, I think Legend did nothing wrong, and I feel like everyone's in the wrong here, and not just
Because you're
Legend.
up his fucking ass.
Okay, pretty sure that's hella toxic, because technically I went to
fucking carried
Desk
it the most.
about the whole situation, not Legend. Okay, fuck. Yo, fuck
I've
it,
been
dude.
trying to
I'm
stay
leaving
neutral
team,
this
dude.
entire
If you're
time.
gonna talk shit to me because of me getting boosted by
Whoa,
Legend, then bye,
I
dude.
don't
What
think
the
this is really
fuck?
necessary.
I'm done. I
Boys,
can't.
please,
I
guys.
can't. I can't. I fuck the team, dude. I left. Goodbye. I try to talk shit to me. Oh, that's so fucking annoying. Yo, fuck that. I'm fucking Lee. Did you hear that shit? Did you? Oh my.